Recently, list of new functionalities were made available on GST portal FO. A. Registration, form for application of cancellation of registration by new taxpayer, is now available on GST portal. See Rule 20 of the CGST Rules, 2017. B. Returns. A. Taxpayers has been provided facility to give details of supplies made to merchant exporters at rate of 0.1% in all returns. B. Taxpayer has now been provided with Table 9 of Form GSTR1 to give amendment details of invoices/credit or debit notes etc. of previous period. C. Form GSTR1 filing date has been changed to January 10, 2018, for the months of July to November, 2017, for such class of registered persons having aggregate turnover of more than 1.5 crore rupees in the preceding financial year or the current financial year, as per Notification Number 72/2017 Central Tax dated December 29, 2017. D. Taxpayers have been given option for quarterly filing of return. If a taxpayer opts to file quarterly returns, if their annual turnover is less than Rs 1.5 crore, on basis of their turnover and previous financial year or this financial year expectation, then in these cases GSTR 1st of August, 2017 is disabled and he can file details for August and September, 2017 and GSTR 1st of September, 2017 and so on. PL note that no changes can be made in GSTR 1 return of July, 2017. PL also note that option 1's exercised cannot be changed in the current financial year. E. GSTR 3B nil return filing. So far there was no provision to file an IL form GSTR 3B return. All taxpayers were shown all tiles along with payment tile. But a new implementation, in case a taxpayer selects option to file nil GSTR 3B return, they can straightaway file an IL return. F. GSTR 3B return filing based on questionnaire was implemented in GST portal. On logging in and selecting Form GSTR 3B tile in Return Dashboard, system now displays a questionnaire to the taxpayer, for selecting the tiles which will be displayed later to taxpayers, for filing of GSTR 3B return. G. GSTR 4 in Composition Return Dashboard. Composition taxpayers have to file quarterly return and normal taxpayers have to file monthly returns in GST regime. For the taxpayers who have opted into composition scheme and taxpayers who have opted out from the composition scheme as normal taxpayer, provision to file both monthly quarterly returns, in the interim period, has been enabled on the GST portal. H. Track return status. Track return status is now available post-login to taxpayers on the GST portal, to track the status of submitted filed return. I. Form GSTR 5. Creation and submission of Form GSTR 5 by non-resident taxable person is now available on GST portal, for giving details of ITC taken, amendments, supplies made. J. Form GSTR 5A. Creation and submission of Form GSTR 5A by OIDAR. Online data access or retrieval services, is now available on GST portal, for giving details of supplies made by them to non-taxable person in India. K. Table 6A of Form GSTR1 workaround has been disabled at GST portal due to the fact that the Form GSTR1 for further period can now be filed by the taxpayers. The taxpayers are required to fill the details of tax paid on exports made by them in Table 6A at the time of filing GSTR1 for the relevant tax period. In case the taxpayer has already submitted Table 6A of Form GSTR1 for the relevant tax period before filing GSTR1 for the relevant tax period, he is not required to fill information in Table 6A at the time of filing GSTR1 for the same tax period, as these details will be auto-populated in the relevant tab in the For GSTR1. The previously filed Table 6A of Form GSTR1 may be viewed by our search. L. As the last date for filing Form GST Tran 1 is over on December 27, 2017, therefore, Form GST Tran 01 has been disabled at GST portal. M. Issues coming to taxpayers while filling up of amendment tables in offline utility of Form GSTR1 has been fixed. C. Refunds. Taxpayers has been provided with the facility on GST portal to claim refund of A. Exports of services with payment of tax. B. ITC accumulated due to inverted tax structure under Clause E of first provision to Section 54(3). C. On account of supplies made to Cess unit/Cess developer, with payment of tax. D. On account of supplies made to Cess unit/Cess developer, without payment of tax. E. Recipient of deemed exports. F. Pre-login tracking of refund status with ARN. D. Offline tool for Form GST Tran 2. An offline tool to fill and upload data for Tran 2 is now available to taxpayers on the GST portal. Tran 2 is statement for unregistered person under existing law, now registered in GST, to avail credit on goods held in stock on the appointed day, in respect of which they are not in possession of any document evidencing payment of duty. Refer Rule 117(4) of CGST Rule.
Like, share, subscribe.